Penny's Big Breakaway. Why does nobody talk about this game? You should play it. It's absolutely magnificent.
What's up guys, Roman the Human here, and today I just want to talk about one of my new favorite 3D platformers ever.
After the huge popularity and success of Sonic Mania, a game every Sonic fan cared for deeply and cherished, lead developer Christian Whitehead decided not to make a sequel. Now that might sound like a horrible decision, but this came out of his desire to develop his own original game. So like 7 years after Mania, we got Penny's Big Breakaway, developed by Christian Whitehead's team, Evening Star. Okay, come on, referencing a song from Chaotix for your game development studio? That's just straight fire, dog. Pretty much everything I've seen that's come from Christian Whitehead has been absolutely fantastic. The Sonic 1 and 2 iOS ports, the 2011 Sonic CD remake that made everyone forget about the original, and of course, my beloved Sonic Mania. I haven't shut up about that game for the past 8 years. So yeah, going into this game, let's just say my expectations were a little high. Alright. So I can immediately say that euphoric sense of joy and whimsy you get from opening Sonic Mania, you get that same feeling here too. Just look. Yes, I love when a game forces a smile on my face. I mean, take a look at these menus, these are clean. Something I love is if you sit on the title screen long enough, you're presented with an opening cinematic. This intro does a fantastic job combining cutscenes, gameplay, and bombastic animation. It's seriously fun to watch. That's one of the things I love about this game, just looking at it. Overall, the presentation is very pretty, saturated, and adorable. Every world has its own distinct color palette. I'm not smart enough to describe, but you see this. You know what I'm talking about with this game's fantastic use of color. Also, I really dig the character designs, especially Penny and Mr. Q. Everything is just so cutesy, but not overbearing or too much. All the characters are expressive and have very distinct personalities, and the animation is pretty solid. Just look, Penny's life icon moves along and makes expressions depending on what you're doing. Fantastic. Okay, let's talk about the story. So all the cutscenes are a joy to watch, and like I said, the characters are great. The actual setup and the plot of the game is about as good as a C-tier SpongeBob episode. Penny sees a flyer for auditions at the Gala? I don't know.
Gala.
A very important and exciting event for the people of this world. Penny, on her way, finds a living yo-yo, major upgrade to her standard one. And when it's time for her to show off her talent, she impresses and entertains the Emperor named Eddie, Emperor Eddie, with her magnificent yo-yo skills. But the yo-yo goes crazy and attacks the Emperor. Keep in mind that the yo-yo behaves like a dog. And the yo-yo rips him down to his underpants. What? Embarrassing! So Emperor Eddie sends his Emperor Penguins to capture her, and that's the setup. I mean, throughout the story there are little reveals made, and I just love the way it ends. The story is cute and entertaining, and I love that the cutscenes are 2D animated, but don't be expected to be moved by the narrative. That's absolutely not to say it's bad, but it's just not very emotional, but I really liked it. Also, I'm like 90% sure that the ending cutscene was directly inspired by the Sonic 2 ending cutscene in terms of style. Fantastic, by the way. Alright, so the game takes place over 11 worlds. Vanilla Town, Tideswell, Safara, Malto Bean, Bublin, World's Edge, Hangoville, Industria, Lawberry, Gala Night, and the Editorium. Each containing like 2 to 4 stages, or scenes as the game calls them. I love that the Editorium is exploring the opening and as the last stage. I love how in the opening it's silent and very relaxed, but at the end it throws lots of challenges at you with bombastic jazzy music. All of the worlds are unique and have great theming. A gargantuan nighttime restaurant, a massive indoor water park bathtub spa building, and even an outer space library overgrowing with plants. Penny has many satisfying movement options you can pull off. She can swing like Spider-Man, air dash like Cuphead, and even do the super peel out like Sonic. Finding hills and slopes to build momentum and fling off stuff and chaining a huge combo of flashy moves is exactly what's appealing about stuff like the Sonic Genesis games or Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey and Sonic 3 are some of my favorite games ever, and Penny's Big Breakaway is a beautiful mix of the two, while also being very unique in its own thing. You know that the gameplay is good. Just look at it. When hearing discussions about the game, I've heard the term schmovement sometimes get thrown around, and that's a perfect description. Okay, so sometimes you'll encounter an NPC asking very politely for you to do them a favor in 20 seconds! And these are actually really fun. They just help to make the levels feel more interesting and memorable, and also help the world building. Good stuff. So we've established that the level environments are fantastic, and the level designs work fantastically with the schmovement. But it's a video game, so it has bosses. The bosses are pretty good. A lot of them took genuine effort and were a lot of fun. But as far as these bosses go, the surprise race against Puppet Penny was my absolute favorite. It took me a few tries, but it was fantastic. And like, come on, fighting your unfeeling doppelganger in the form of a race? That's just Metal Sonic, dog. And that's awesome. Just like Metal Sonic, I actually really dig the design here. What can I say? Evil replicas of the main character are rad. Each world is more challenging than the last, getting more involved and complicated as you progress, meaning more interesting and fun. Very fun levels that end right when they should. The game has an, although very cool in spectacle and music, fine final boss. You sort of just travel to the top of him and that's it. Like I said, I love the way the story ends, and I adore the idea of using all the power-ups to get to the top and unscrewing the top like in the first few levels. It's very cool. It's not bad. It's just fine. Now, I normally would just mention the music of whatever I'm reviewing and saying whether it's good or not, but this is one of my new favorite video game soundtracks ever. Probably top 10, no, top 5. Seriously, it's fantastic. Just like Sonic Mania, the lead composer is T. Lopes, so of course it's one of the best video game soundtracks I've heard. It's T. Lopes. Seriously funky and joyous. The soundtrack is made up of heavily pitch-bended meow synths, you know, this one. So I just want to present some of my favorites, so relax, listen, and enjoy. So yeah, that's Penny's Big Breakaway. Overall, well, as far as glitches, I clipped to the floor like once. Sometimes the penguins would never stop attacking me even after I beat the level, so that was silly. As far as genuine concerns and issues with the game, none. Nearly flawless game. Gets a 10 out of 10 for me. Seriously, Christian Whitehead and Evening Star knocked it out of the park, even more than I expected. What a wonderful experience. Man, I love games like this. However, if you hate 3D platforms or something, I really can't recommend this game. But if you have at all positive feelings with the genre, please play Penny's Big Breakaway. It's only $30. I can't recommend it enough. So yeah, I just wanted to bring attention and praise it as much as I could. See you in the next video. What will it be?
Sonic Unleashed. My next video will be a full-scale review of the game. I recently got the opportunity to play it because I never had before because it just got a PC port. And well, there's a lot to say. So stay tuned for that one. And that's it.